Good evening. Disturbing trends are emerging on social media platforms where seemingly innocuous phrases are being used to subtly, yet clearly, allude to violence against US President Donald Trump. Viral expressions like "someone must do it" or "someone should do it" have gained significant traction, their implicit meaning understood by a vast number of users as a call for the assassination or violent removal of President Trump from office. Just weeks ago, President Trump survived an assassination attempt for the third time. The question now looms, will it be the last? An analysis of videos and interactions across social networks indicates a growing and substantial threat. The website Know Your Meme, a prominent resource for tracking internet culture, has evaluated posts concerning President Trump, other political figures, and even Elon Musk. Their findings are stark. The phrases "someone should do it" and "someone must do it" are appearing with increasing frequency. These alarming variations first gained significant traction in January 2025 on platforms such as TikTok and X. A video by TikTok creator Theodoro Darius was instrumental in popularizing this expression, particularly after it was shared by libs of TikTok and further promoted by Elon Musk. The entrepreneur's cryptic comment at the time was, "Everybody dies, but not everybody lives." 18 days prior to an incident at the traditional White House Correspondents' Dinner, where an armed individual breached a security barrier while President Trump was present, another video featuring the meme surfaced. TikTok creator Peyton Van Ness produced a video sharply critical of President Trump. In the clip, Van Ness stated, "Someone should," and then repeated, "Someone should, you know." The 27-year-old influencer continued, "If someone knew what to do, that person should probably just do it," without explicitly defining it. This 62-second video garnered 3.2 million views and 700,000 likes on TikTok, with an additional 1.49 million views on Instagram. The comment section was filled with responses like, "Crazy how we all know exactly what you're talking about." Those who share such videos intentionally remain vague. Direct threats against the president would immediately alert the Secret Service. However, since the incident at the Washington Hilton Hotel during the Correspondents' Dinner, Know Your Meme reports a surge in interest for posts related to "someone should do it." This trend is deeply concerning to experts. Tim Wenninger, an associate professor at the University of Notre Dame, who researches how social media is used to dehumanize opponents, first encountered this pattern last autumn. He told the Washington Post this week that when he asked students on campus if they had seen similar calls, every single one understood the implied meaning. Wenninger warns that the normalization of previously taboo rhetoric from across the political spectrum could sound like encouragement to someone experiencing a mental health crisis. Even prominent figures have been embroiled in controversy over such rhetoric. Former Federal Bureau of Investigation Director James B. Comey, a known critic of President Trump, was recently accused of posting an image of seashells on Instagram arranged to form the numbers 8647. President Trump claimed on social media that 86 is a mafia term for "kill him." However, the Merriam-Webster dictionary defines 86 as a restaurant slang term meaning to throw out, get rid of, or refuse service. Comey stated he believed the shells conveyed a political message, not a call for violence, and deleted the image once he realized how some followers were interpreting it. The Washington Post interviewed 6 individuals who had created such posts. Most told reporters they were simply attempting to vent their anger over policies they perceived as violent against citizens and denied intending to incite an attack. However, One woman admitted she hoped someone would kill President Trump. The White House acknowledges the seriousness of the issue, suggesting that some of those involved may be experiencing mental health problems. White House spokesman Davis Ingalls stated that anyone who engages in or condones political violence or a culture of assassination must be condemned in the strongest possible terms. Furthermore, these individuals should immediately seek mental health assistance. TikTok creator Vanest, according to the Washington Post, asserted that he never intended to call for violence against President Trump or anyone else, nor did he expect viewers to interpret his video that way. He also noted that no one has contacted him to say they were inspired to plan an attack. When asked what he would do if someone announced they intended to act on such a message, Vaness replied, "I wouldn't report them, at least not immediately, because I wouldn't believe they were serious." Memes depicting the death of politicians are not entirely new. Back in 2016, animated videos circulated showing former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton being thrown from a helicopter, an allusion to killings that occurred during the Chilean military dictatorship. Don Caldwell of Know Your Meme observes that the posts are getting darker. President Trump himself contributes to the escalation. In March 2024, he shared a video depicting his political opponent, President Joe Biden, bound at the hands and feet. Grace, a 26-year-old university employee from Louisiana, told the Washington Post that her own "someone should do it" post felt like writing in her diary. She explained that President Trump's policies were brutal toward people she loved, particularly immigrants. She described her words as a small jab against a man she considers evil. Grace stated, "I don't have an ounce of violence in me. I would never do it myself." Yet she admitted she would be happy if someone literally happened to kill President Trump. What's your take on alarming rise in calls for violence against President Trump? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.